Very outspoken on that. New Hampshire Senator Kelly Ayotte also outspoken on this issue, and she joins me now with her side of this. She's one of the Republicans who is promising to reverse this policy. As New Hampshire Attorney General, she argued against Planned Parenthood before the Supreme Court on a somewhat related sort of issue. Senator Ayotte, good to have you here this morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Martha. Great to be with you.
You know, there is some discussion that the White House is considering amending its take on this. And just, you know, I think everybody's aware of what we're talking about here, but just to be sure, this is a mandate that would insist that Catholic institutions like universities and hospitals and charities would not would have to offer health care to their employees that would include contraception. And of course, that has the Catholic Church and others very up in arms.
Well, I think it's really important, Martha, to understand that this is not about a particular issue or women's rights or contraception. This is about respect for the rights of conscience that have long been enshrined in our law, respect for religious freedom that's enshrined in our First Amendment to the Constitution, and for this administration to require faith-based organizations to provide coverage which is against their core beliefs really affects our rights to religious liberty. And that's what this debate is about, and it's so important. If you go back in our law, in 1993, Bill Clinton signed a law that this, in my view, violates the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. So this has been bipartisan protection for religious freedom in the past, and this administration has really overreached on this issue in pushing forward and requiring religious organizations to do something contrary to their beliefs.
You know, as Archbishop Dolan has said, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, you know, we fought for religious freedoms back since 1776 in this country, and he believes that you can't ask a Catholic institution not to be Catholic when it comes to how they mete out their health insurance. But, you know, it could be a very hot political issue on the other side, and that is clearly what is being tapped into in this argument. The other side of it is that, you know, there are a lot of women out there who want to have contraception as part of their health care insurance, and Democrats, I think, and you know, some Republicans and some Democrats believe that this is a hot political issue, and that it is one that conservatives may lose.
Well, this is about faith-based organizations. Let's not forget there was a recent Supreme Court decision, 9-0, our Supreme Court held that faith-based organizations can hire even within their own religion because of the importance of the First Amendment. So if we can't protect religious freedom, and if government's going to overreach and force faith-based organizations to do things that are contrary to their religion, that goes to the fundamentals of who we are. So I think that's what this debate is about.
But Senator, you know that's not the way it's going to be played from the other side. They're going to say it is very much about having your contraception taken away, and as it has been said at the White House by Jay Carney, you know, they're going to do whatever it takes to protect the rights of women to get the health care that they need. That's the way they're going to go at it.
Well, they're absolutely wrong, because they're the ones changing the status quo. They're the ones changing long-standing protections for the rights of conscience for faith-based organizations who do tremendous things in this country, who serve all types of people who are in need, and this is absolutely wrong.
You know,